One of the other things that I think Heidegger is talking about when he's talking about the contrast between reflection and engagement, there's something that I think comes out as something like reaction, response, or maybe it's response, reaction, some term like that, which is the idea that that our engagement with the world isn't in this idea of being in the world where there's essentially no separation between the thing that is oneself and the thing that is the world. It's not that kind of relationship. It's a kind of integrated being in the world, separated by hyphens or connected by hyphens. Is this idea of reaction-response, which means that that being in the world isn't one of passivity. It's not one of just like going with the flow and being like a reed in the wind. It's not that kind of relationship. It's more about a moment by moment, knowing what to do and doing it without a complex set of reflections. So it's pretty butch, really. I'm not surprised that Heidegger got very, sympathised with the Nazis later on in his life. So there's that kind of ring to it, really. But in terms of how that substantiates itself in the body, which is kind of, I guess, my particular interest right now, is I'm just thinking about things like standing still. It sounds like a long way from Heidegger and the Nazis, but I'm just standing here, looking out at the canal and looking at the hang glider, and listening to the sounds of the cars on the bypass. And whilst I'm standing here, I'm kind of aware of the fact that I'm not falling over. It sounds obvious, but the reason why I'm not falling over is because there's a whole set of responses that I'm making, mostly non-consciously, to the constant desire to fall over, a constant impulse on me to fall over, made by gravity and made by the kind of weight of my body as the result of gravity. So all the time I can kind of feel myself, if I put my attention there, I can kind of feel myself swaying in different directions, and then my body reacting to that swaying and making a response to keep me upright. So just the act of standing upright, which is not nothing, it's not passive, it's a highly active process, but it's an act of engagement, a completely physical act of being in the world, which isn't just a sense of kind of sitting still and doing nothing. It's an absolutely necessarily active, proactive condition. I can't stop thinking about it now. All my attention has gone to my proprioceptive system.